Ladies and gentlemen, I've been in Italy for 4 months, and I come back to you with open arms in Season 3 of Wyvern Watch. I'm George, your DM for the evening.
I'm Ryan, I played Ailer and Tonsil.
I'm Jacob, I play Adelhard.
And I'm Mac, and I play Zoodle Mac.
And we all sit here terrified and fearful. It again been 4 months since we've last recorded an episode, but boy howdy do we have some wonderful adventures planned.
Yeah, probably been like a week for the audience at home. Just suddenly everybody sounds so
More mature.
travel weary,
Travel weary.
hardened by the outside world after another 4 months elapsed time, unnoticed hiatus.
True weathered adventurers,
Almost dying and
callous and scarred.
Yeah, falling off a mountain and dying almost.
I almost did. Ladies and gentlemen, your Wyvern Watch may have been cut short. I had almost fallen off a mountain in the deep reaches of Switzerland, the Swiss Alps, where I almost died.
He burned the Swiss wilderness.
Let's just say
the moose.
I rolled my savings throw.
And caught yourself.
You fell off
Computer.
the scooter.
Did you roll?
Play laugh track.
Oh, I had a laugh track.
Thank you. All right. But before we enter the realm of fantasy, who would like to bring everyone up to speed? This is less so for the audience's purposes as it is our own. But please, volunteers.
So 4 months ago, we finally battled the so-called ghosts of Glomerius. Glomerius.
Glomerius.
Yeah, the so-called ghosts, because really they were just being projected from those magic crystals. So, some weird stuff going on, but too bad we're all beaten up and tired. So we grabbed the magical amplifier and
Hopped in the SF struggle.
and dragging cowardly Larry the coward's corpse behind us.
I don't think it wasn't his corpse.
Yeah,
not quite Larry,
Cowardly coward.
He's just kind of mangled.
Let's just start calling him Cowardly Larry and see if he notices. see if it pisses him off. Yeah, now we're on the boat back, and I think we'll just restart.
Yes, I'm making the executive decision that it took you 4 months to travel across that short jaunt.
We really got lost.
Yeah, you guys
Like
took,
this time we fell asleep in the boat at night, and this time we really got lost. We didn't end up on shore.
you guys took that left
One of these days, we'll do a bonus episode where we roleplay the entire 4 month journey out to sea, where we ran into so many wondrous things in the ocean.
Found Atlantis, killed a mermaid, drank her tears.
The nautical theme is beneath us, so we'll move on.
But we shall quick start jump into it where you guys were, you know what, how about to call it even. You docked into the islands from which you once set port, and you made that travel short jaunt again, across the road back to not Greenfield.
Droidal.
Droidal.
It's been so long on the sea, I've forgotten.
So if
home.
we've been at sea for 4 months, does that mean that we've gotten enough full rests to be back at max health?
You know what? I appreciate your opportunist attitude. Yes, you guys should all be at max health. I'm going to go
I
around.
don't know what my Mac.
Joodle, what is your current HP?
3.
That's your max.
Oh, yeah, no, you said what's your current HP?
After you've maxed.
My max HP is 14.
Yes, I said in order, you max HP, and then I asked, what is your current HP?
Yeah, see, so you said max HP, then you said current HP.
No, you don't get a max HP. You're at 3. All right, 14
He had a bad run-in with some dolphins and a shark.
for Joodle. All right, Ailer, what is your max HP?
22.
And that is what you rest at. And Adelhard.
I'm at 21. I erased a 2 just so I could write 21.
Interesting
Proud of
strategy. That is true to your character's role playing. So I can appreciate that.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. What's your intelligence?
11?
Nothing. You're average.
You just wrote a 1 next to the 2.
That, yes.
That was the joke.
That's why I brought it up.
Computer, play laugh track.
Here are your recently played songs from Amazon Music.
Computer.
No, we're going to get caught.
Stop.
So, again, just to make everything simpler for those parties involved, it is midday when you guys wander back into Drodel.
Oh, it's been a while.
Oh, shit, back up. Everybody, clap your hands. Stomp your feet. Welcome to the Realm of Fantasy. All right, great.
All right.
That was quick.
Stepping off the boat of reality onto the realm of fantasy shores.
That's good.
So, theme song.
Wait, 5, 4.
Welcome to Wyvern Watch.
That was terrible.
It's been 4 months and I still love it.
I really was just hoping nobody else realized.
You know, I appreciate even that, you know, backhanded muttering at the end of every theme song, but I digress.
You
What do we
guys,
see on the shores of Drodel?
Drodel's not a coastal city. So no.
How far do we walk out from Dwarmo's place then?
been
Get on
months.
the juggle. Get on the juggle.
He's talking about the metaphorical shores, like the outskirts of town.
Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
How
My
far is the
apologies.
shore from Drodel?
It's like a day's travel, remember?
Oh.
I hope so.
It's a couple miles.
Alright.
Yeah, I
About
mean,
30.
it's not a...
If you walk
Yeah.
fast.
But regardless, the shores of the town, let's say, the town looks as busy and prosperous as ever.
They
The
look busy and prosperous.
certainly didn't look dead and abandoned.
Not where Tonto live.
Now we're taunted.
I can't remember. Has Ayler been to Drodel?
Yes. You shared a home
With
Yeah, isn't Drodel like
Homeboy.
where everything
Yeah.
started? Like you had to come to Drodel to even get involved.
That's right. Yeah.
It's
been 4 months.
That was in the podcast though, so your listeners know that's the prequel.
Wait, are we asking if Ayler or Tonto?
No,
Oh,
Ayler.
Ayler.
Ayler's
I got Ayler and Adelhard mixed together. They both start with A. Max stupid again.
Who's Mac?
But computer.
Well, it wasn't in character being stupid.
That's true. Go ahead, play it.
What?
The laugh track.
Ha 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 ha.
All right, there's a laugh track. Make sure you put a laugh track there and cut out my voice right here.
The name of this episode is if you don't have real laughter, store-bought is fine.
Episode 20, whatever.
But regardless, it is now up to
Yeah,
y'all.
because it's not hour.
What?
It's episode.
Oh, this is
The ongoing
this is wait. This is our
25.
yeah. This is our
25.
Yeah.
one whole day.
This is a whole day of Wyvern Watch. This is the beginning of season 3. Is a whole day.
Yeah.
Well done.
What a way to start your day.
12 hours a season.
Well, this is season 3.
Yeah, it's the beginning.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the other 2 seasons.
Oh,
Nah.
guess the Dungeon Master stupid. Alexa, you know what to do.
Ha 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 ha.
I already don't like this episode.
Great start.
Great start. It has been 8 minutes of nonsense. If you're still listening, A+. Thank you for your contribution.
Well, what else do you come here for if it's not for 8 minutes of not playing D&D?
Pure banter.
It's become like a staple of the series, I think. To not play D&D for 8 minutes.
There's an 8 on my shirt. It's Destiny.
Destiny 2?
For the folks at home, there's an 8 on Jacob's shirt.
Yeah, when I said there's an 8 on the shirt, what I meant was there's an 8 on my shirt.
For the folks at home, he's referring to his shirt, which has an 8 on it.
The Roman numeral 8, following 7, but prior to 9.
Oh, it
not
has
Roman.
been such a long time since we've been back in Drodel. I'm trying to get us back on
That's an
track.
Arabic.
It's an Arabic numeral?
This is an Arabic
Oh,
numeral.
shit. Roman numerals are the V and I.
What?
Damn.
Alexa, play us out.
Ha 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 ha.
I appreciate Cooper's efforts to restore Ayler and restore order. But let's do that. So,
Oh, it has been such a long time since we've been back in Drodel.
What an awful 4 months out at sea.
I'm sure you all must be homesick quite a bit.
He probably thinks we're dead or something.
Every time I saw the name of my ship, I just got more angry.
Every time you leaned over to throw up into the ocean, you had to look at the SS Jungle written on the side.
Oh,
I
it
hated
has been such a long time. Well, I guess we should go on to the library. That's indeed where Dwarmo is.
It's been so long, I
It's been
almost
so-
didn't remember his name.
I've only met the guy once.
Duomo.
What?
We're almost here.
For the viewers at home, Ayler is speaking through his walkie-talkie Rocky.
I don't think Ayler's speaking.
Adelhard.
Man's Adelhard.
You're gonna miss him up, man.
Adelhard speaking through me.
Adelhard-
Walkie-talkie Rocky.
Yes.
We have a prop for it.
It's a little prop, yeah. No, you're right.
Dwarmo's reply is kind of staggered and filled with static, but he seems to acknowledge and is anticipating your return.
Well, we should get to the library then.
All right.
I kind of.
I agree. Let's go.
Guys, do you want me to come
This is
with?
where I used to live.
Oh, I forgot. Cowardly Larry didn't die. It's not. I'm not complaining, but I just forgot.
It's just Larry. You don't have to be cowardly.
And that was your nickname. You told us that or something.
I mean, you don't have to stick with it.
Oh, I didn't come up with the nickname. That's how you introduced yourself, Larry the Coward.
What would you prefer that we called you?
You can just call me Larry. That's the name.
Yeah.
Just Larry.
Just Larry.
Wants
Just
to be
Larry.
called.
I'm Larry.
Just Larry.
Okay, and I'm fucking the king of the Drodel.
No, you aren't.
Jodel doesn't have king.
Are you actually the king of Zorotel?
No, he's not. Don't listen to him.
Oh, okay.
You think that guy could
But
rule?
You're not from Zorotel,
I
are
do
you?
rule, kid. Fuck off.
How would you know?
All right, let's go.
With ample bantering and making fun of Larry the Coward, our party adventures deep into, or rather past the front gates of Drodel, and turns the corner onto the same road where the library should be located. Immediately, they are met with the jarring fact that the front doors of the library has been blown off, and ash is surrounding the front there, indicating some sort of large explosion.
Does it look recent?
Not recent enough to be smoldering. However, no cleaning has been attempted.
I'm gonna run over.
I'll follow suit.
I will also be concerned.
All right.
What does Larry do?
Larry is scared, but is following suit because he's got nowhere else to go. The idea of talking to a stranger is far less appealing than hanging with his newfound friends.
After the 4 months of bonding at sea.
After the 4 months.
Man, we got to get back to that sea adventure the folks at home these days.
It's a good thing Larry was there, otherwise you guys wouldn't have had anything to eat.
Oh, right. His
lunchbox.
That's why Adelhard was throwing up so much.
Yeah.
He said he'd sawdust bread and dirt water.
The Jester's lunchbox.
Taylor also has purified food and drinks, so not always.
Taylor did
Most
not
of the
tell
time.
anyone. He just ate it for himself.
Well, I actually did it one of the times.
Yeah, I remember.
Before or after the dolphin attack?
His mummy was still on the island.
Oh, right. I thought we were still talking about when we were at sea for 4 months.
You guys run as fast as you can through the open doorway of the library and immediately are met with a strongly acidic scent accompanying a black cloud kind of lingering in the inside the bottom floor where all the books are. Most of the bookshelves are knocked over with the tomes either open, ripped, or scattered along. Nothing is in order, and the previously organized library that, let's see here, Judel, you did most of this work to create the environment for the ground floor to be so easy to use for newcomers and experienced veterans, and to see all these books lining piles and in shambles discourages you greatly.
Geronimo!
I'm pissed.
Do we see any figures?
You have to think about these papers.
You do not. All this this kind of sooty black cloud stays on the ground floor, and it seems to just hover. It does not seem to be a natural smoke, as it does not dissipate. As you walk through it, it seems to stick to your clothes and not magnetized per se, and it's not sticky either. However, passing through it, clingy, yeah. Passing through it, you gain a fine layer of it.
Does it
Or does it like seep in to our clothes?
Does it like sting our
like
eyes?
dust that
A tad. You kind of have to squint to maximize your eyelash coverage. Regardless, you are yelling for Dormo.
Dormo.
Clearly, this dust is bad, but I don't have the time to figure out what it's going to do to me.
You hear Dormo, or rather, you hear a figure and see Dormo coming down the northwest staircase. Quiet, it's all right. We're fine.
What happened?
What's this dust?
You see Dormo is the same shambly old man as ever. He walks with a cane and his baggy robes. He does not look to be injured at all, but he's got several black spouches and several black kind of swipes across his cloth monkin robes. He explains to you, "Oh, you guys, I needed that, the magical amplifier a long time ago."
Well, it's a long story.
We got a little bit lost.
We got a little bit lost. You see what happened to my library?
Well, we have it now.
It does. He seems to be trying to suppress an anger that's building up inside of him as he speaks to you.
You need to amplify this stuff?
Oski had many enemies, and the more of his power is in one place, the more his enemies know where that power is. He
We're not fans of Oz either. I think we
sits
should...
on a downed bookshelf and pinches the bridge of his nose and explains to you, the group, the Light's Silence. The Light's Silence is an organization that Oski was once a very high member of.
I don't know if I wrote this down.
Yeah, I mean, it's arguably important.
Arguably.
Well, I would argue for it.
He was a high-ranking member of, but as most things Oski does, he got too greedy, and he took their power and left. And now he's dead, and they want the power back. As bluntly as I can put it for you fools.
How do you steal power from another person?
Well, you steal their light. Not related to Destiny. Unfortunately, this was written before that.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately.
Why are you looking at him? I play Destiny.
I didn't know that. I got Destiny
There's a ton of
like
Destiny.
2 days ago.
Oh, dude, I play Destiny too.
Jacob's
Yeah.
the Destiny
Really?
dude.
I'm the dude.
Oh, I'm
The
sorry.
Destiny
I
dude.
knew that Cooper was the Destiny dude.
I don't know.
Are you writing down your battle tag?
What? No.
Jacob might be. I don't know. Jacob might be a bigger
Xbox.
Destiny dude. I'm just saying.
I'm not doubting that.
I'm sorry. What do you play on?
Oh, you play Xbox?
PS4?
PC, you dipshit.
Sorry, I bought
Whoa!
That was.
Master Race.
Nice.
I am Cornholio.
I am the Great Cornholio!
The great Cornholio.
As soon as I get
He
as soon
sees
as I get
fat
the
retard.
Yeah. You piece of
As soon as I get
shit.
the fucking room on my PC and I download it,
Dipshit.
I'll hit you up then. I'm so sorry.
Anthony, man. I'm level 10.
Can you play between Xbox One and PC?
No.
No. All right, back on track.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah, they stole the light. Yeah, stole their light. The light guy's light.
More or less. He explains to you again that the Light's Silence is an organization that attempts to keep some sort of peace, and a renegade group that keeps peace between factions and groups that they feel like have too much power. Once they claim that power from a group, whether it be from brute strength, intellectual strength, magic usage, wisdom, they store it in various mediums of light. And Oski one day took it all and left. And much like an ex-wife that steals your belongings, you want to kill that person.
Heyo!
Ew.
I'm sure all our divorced viewers can attest to that.
I'll leave-
Up top, Wyvern Watch the official divorce podcast.
Follow Cute Emergency.
follow that cute emergency.
We're sponsored by the $349 divorce.
Yeah, signs. You know those signs you see outside the Walmart, $345 divorce. That's us.
Anyway. Is there anything you want to say to Oski prompting?
I didn't realize he was here.
Yeah.
He isn't here yet.
Oh shit! Well, thanks for the spoiler, man.
Is that a spoiler?
24 hours into this game. And
More than that, honestly.
It's been a while.
Is it at least a 40-hour campaign so far?
We did 16 hours before we started
Well,
recording.
I mean,
we did do a significant amount before we started recording, yeah.
I'd say we're at like a 16 hour or 40 hour.
3 or level 4?
Level 4.
We're at level 4, actually.
What do you have written?
I have written 4.
I'm at 3.
I didn't change that the last time we played.
What's your HP?
I'm
Doodle?
HP is 14.
His is 18. Mine's
14. So yeah, you're at level 4 because
Nice.
I think. Well, actually,
I have 2 level 2 spells, so that's probably, yeah,
And that's
level
all
4.
like 3 6.
no, because he's a wizard, so he gets 1d4, but he starts with a d4. So he's rolled 5 d4s to get 14.
Yeah, so, but I also have 2 level 2 spells, which I think means level 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're level 4 because I think we leveled up last time.
And now I
Yeah.
can start using level 3 spells now that I'm level 4, I think.
Nice.
Probably not.
No?
No. You got the race. Which
Player's handbook.
Alright, a moment of silence so we can cut this out.
I'm pissed.
Alright, back now.
Yeah, sure.
Where were we?
Anyway, it's the conclusion of Dwarmo's explanation of the Light's silence, the group that Ozkey wronged, and now with Ozkey's partial power restoration has been noticed.
But I fought him off for now. I've got a force field around the rest of this place, and it'll hold. Now that you got that amplifier.
The library or the city? The town?
Oh, just the library. I don't care about the city. The city can burn. I've got books in here. I got knowledge in here.
We don't like Oski any more than they do. Why can't we work together?
Oh, they don't work together unless you're part of them. They're very xenophobic. I'd give you a dictionary, but they burned them. Give me.
Also, I just think for the record, I don't think we're really hurting Otski very much with what we're doing. I'm pretty sure we're actually working for him if we really think about what's going on.
Yes, but with the intent of breaking free from him. so that
The
we
big
can't
nose
stop
guy's got a
Well,
point.
yeah, that's very optimistic of you if we do kill him, but really our souls are in a book and that's the main motivation right now. But hopefully we could stop him after, like, just get our cake and eat it too. Get our souls and not die too.
I thought that was what
That's the plan, but I can see why other teams probably don't care if we get our souls back. That's the thing. So
Okay.
it's real. That's actually a fair motivation. It's very understandable motivation. So I can't really get too mad at them.
Do you have the amplifier?
yeah. It's this pyramid.
Yeah, it is. I know.
All right, cool. Well,
It takes it and he shuffles away back up the staircase. Do you choose to follow?
Yeah, I choose
we'll walk after him.
he didn't invite us, but I guess
Kind of wave my hand
go.
from my face.
Well, if you're in somebody's house and they just kind of walk away without saying anything, I'm probably going to follow that person.
Etiquette
Yes.
tips with Wyvern Watch.
Yeah, quit.
Etiquette.
I had to quit this shit. All right, let's go.
You follow the hunched old man up the staircase as he protectively carries his pyramid like a baby. When you go upstairs, you recognize the same place where you've worked for so long. Judo's been 4 months, but you know every twist and turn like the back of your hand, and surprisingly, the cloud of dust on the bottom floor remains there and does not follow you up. You do not take any particulates nor any trails with you, and the second floor is pristine and clean. Again, much like you left it 4 months ago.
Pardon me for asking, Dormo, but
Force field.
where's Poodlejack?
Oh,
I thought you were going to ask about the Chekhov's dust.
Dwarmo kind of holds his head and he clicks his tongue a bit.
you want your job back, Judel?
Well, I gotta collect those pages still, but I mean, I'm
Yeah, you
take
got
it
a
back
place.
after everything,
You see that he goes over towards the basin that holds the large amount of incense and gives that kind of nice scent that the second floor has. And inside it, he's cleaned off a rectangular area that matches the base of the pyramid. He places it gingerly into there, making sure not to burn his little fingertips on the hot embers that still surround that area, and drops it with a resounding thud. The lead basin reverberates through the, you notice, astoundingly quiet library. From his robes, he produces a long rod of similar material. This is a black and, I believe we described it as a black and red granite pyramid.
Yeah.
Actually, could somebody please just remind me how I described it to you guys?
Well, I just remember it being like a big kind of black kind of stone pyramid.
Black and like red, like the red speckles.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
pure pyramid solid?
Yeah, solid.
Okay,
solid.
good.
Solid.
Because what he does is he takes this rod of the same material, likely the same cloth, and lowers it to contact the pyramid, upon which the sides of the pyramid seem to shimmer and lose their grasp on reality, becoming semi-translucent. And you see that parts of it, the base and some walls and the tip of the pyramid, are pure solid material, whilst the walls are transitional. And within it, he lowers some of the ash, some of the embers from the surrounding basin, and removes the rod to solidify it again. This causes now the red currents through the black granite to glow very faintly, matching the surrounding material, all a faint pulsating red, and he breathes a sigh of relief. There are, I believe, 2 windows in the second floor of the library, and you see a blue shimmer kind of grow more opaque on them.
So that's it? That's all you had to do?
Yeah, the force field's better now. I ain't dying anytime soon. In addition, I can send you guys further. I know where I'm sending you, and I can do it better.
All right.
So that's good.
Good. I'm also gonna, like, while talking, kind of glance around the room for any poodle jack shaped kind of scorch marks on the walls, like a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Yeah. You do notice that kind of around the corner, you see in a shadow kind of a figure in a chair.
A shadow of a figure.
Like it's in shadow, so it's dark. It's not illuminated. But you can see like a darker mass of a figure in a chair.
So who's that over there?
No one. That's a shadow. You know when light is blocked?
Who's casting the shadow?
Wait, the shadow's in the room, right?
You guys want the next page? I know where to go.
Wait, like I didn't miss something. There's like a shadow in the corner.
You guys
of the room,
ever-
right? And he's like not wanting us to see it, or what?
Well, it's the light silence is the people that attack. I don't
Wait,
know.
what?
I think it's some sort of inverted
Like
type of bullshit. I don't know.
I'm confused. Okay, so where's the shadow exactly?
So if you guys remember the map,
It's just in the corner of the room, right? It's not like
it's towards kind of towards the north. Yeah, basically. It's a corner that's kind of obscured by a few bookcases, so you can't
Alright.
quite see it. It's out of the way, and it is all clouded in shadow. The windows do not shine light that far.
just when he said like, oh, it's a shadow. So the cat, I was thinking like, I thought you were just being sassy at me for something, like for not like you. What do you mean? Yeah, you can see it's a shadow. Like, is there a person in there?
Oh,
No, it's just
a shadow.
a shadow of what?
Mm,
Who's casting the shadow?
sunlight. You guys have something to do? Why are you badgering me? I am helping you.
Wow, I'm getting kind of worried.
You ever been on an airship?
Are we going on an air?
You know
What's
what
an airship?
Well, a ship. My friend Ayla.
Oh, so
We
we're
are-
talking about the SS Juggle.
It's like the
We're
SS
very
Juggle.
familiar with ships.
Yes, you guys spent a long time on ships. But put that ship after the airship.
So how would you make it fly?
I'm not one of them flying people. I just know there's a page on this airship.
We're in a world where magic exists, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's a question too.
I mean, I don't ask questions because I just know magic's the answer to everything.
Yeah, I mean, if he can create a fucking force field, why
He
can't
can
people not
create an
be-
entire kitchen.
Oh God! Don't say kitchen. Never say kitchen again.
I'm never going to a restaurant again. I'm gonna leave.
Welcome to Chili's.
Welcome to Chili's.
And die.
I'm proud of that joke. That's my favorite joke I've made. I'm still worried about the.
Anyway, your next page is 30,000 feet in the air.
So how are we supposed to get up here?
Someone's got a book.
Hey, whatever.
And if there's a book, there's a way.
And he motions for you guys to come back over. You recognize the standard altar where Oski's journal lies open, mindlessly flipping through his pages on its own accord.
And he ushers you, are you ready to go? You got things to do?
Yeah, I might just have to go walk around and see what that
No. You don't work here.
I'd like my job back, please.
You guys are going right now.
Okay, whatever. I guess I mean,
You want to say hi to your parents? They're still alive.
I
know where they live.
I guess that's something
You know what?
to their parents.
I'll see them. I'll say hi to them.
Okay, you know what? I've suddenly lost all interest.
Anyway, here's the book.
in anything.
Ooh, I like this new side of Duomo.
That is canon, by the way.
You know, it's fine. My parents, they can hold their own. You don't need to say hi. I think I'll just go on the airship.
Let's just go on the airship. Please send us off to the airship.
You guys know how this goes. You've traveled via book. You've lost yourself in a good book.
I do it every time on the bus.
Naylor didn't.
Taylor's never done this before.
Oh, this
You traveled back via book.
Travel back via book.
No?
Yeah, how we got back from the Kobold's ravaged town that we ruined.
We ruined that whole county.
Yeah, you guys messed that up royally.
If we ever go back there, it's gonna be.
Anyway, so the same painful experience of words leaving the page and going right into your eyes,
Yeah.
grasping
Painful
you. It's always felt a little
Weird.
little off. Doesn't feel pleasant, certainly.
At least they're not wrapping around our eyeballs.
No, he basically just said they were.
Yeah,
I feel like it's become a staple
oh.
because of the whole discussion we had the first time.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Every time it goes in your eyes, you get harder.
There's building your pain tolerance.
Become a tougher
How has it not destroyed our optic nerve at this point?
Magic, dude.
Magic
Magic.
with a Y and a K.
Woo, chime sound.
And J.
Yeah, JYK.
That's magic.
John F. Kennedy.
JYCK.
What does the F in John Kennedy stand for?
Freedom.
John Freedom Kennedy.
What if his head just did that?
Remember when I JFK'd that wizard at the restaurant?
Don't say things like that.
Well, Lee Harvey Oswald is that.
Dude, too soon.
All right.
It's been 40 years.
That was my bad. Sorry.
Sorry for that whole entire table move, folks at home.
Of magic.
Magic. I just hit the table.
You guys, before you know it, you are swept away, all three of you. Or rather, let's say this. You come to, and you notice that you've been transported from the clean, sterile library of Duomo to a kind of dingy, small, let's say, stateroom, like a bedroom of sorts. There is a bunk bed along one side of the wall. There is a footlocker, and there's a dresser. A door is at the southern end of the room, and a porthole, a circular window at the northern. You all three are located in the middle of the room in a heap after being thrown out from a book on top of the dresser.
Can I see what book it is?
You may.
All right. I look at the book, the spine.
The spine of the book reads, The Many Travels and Adventures of
Called?
Kald.
I'd like to go to the porthole.
Yeah, look at the window.
You guys look out the porthole. To describe how this.
Taylor finds out he's afraid of heights.
That's where I find out I'm not, because I'm the jumping magician.
Give me a second.
We've already had the Zoodle episode. That was season 2, the Zoodle season.
All right. You three all, like family circus, gather around the circular aperture of the newspaper and look out and expecting to see but you are met with what seems to be the interior of a large sphere. You see from your porthole proceeding to your right and to your left and all around the circumference of this sphere, similar sized portholes. You see above a large circular porthole, and then at the base you see some sort of rectangular mess of brass and ironworks that seems to be regularly taking in some air and producing clouds of smokes. It seems to be patchwork. The closest you can see, cloth.
Okay.
You see some paper. But kind of some sort of almost, you as a player you would know paper mache, but it seems to be various bolts of material overlaid on top of each other to create a sphere. The interior is extremely dark. You see there's some hints of a yellow inside of it, and you see the machine when it exerts the out of its in, it is a cloud of yellow.
So we are sitting at the edge of the sphere looking in.
Correct. Your porthole is located at the edge,
Yeah.
and it's you knock and a pane of glass separates you from the interior.
Can we see into the other portholes at all?
Not enough to be definite. It is not shaded. It is not whatever they do on cars. Tinted. There you go. It is not tinted. However, you can't really make out any detail. It's kind of, you see some, rooms.
Far off.
Yeah.
Well, I may be technically the scholar of the group, but I am lost here. I don't know what's going on.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
I'm scattered.
You can kind of, as you stand all three in deep thought, you notice the machine is making like a deep whirl, and you can kind of feel the pulsations as it rhythmically takes in from the surrounding area and then lets out. You kind of feel it like a deep breath of a machine.
So what all is in this room again?
Your room that you're located in, or the one you're gazing into?
Where we are.
It is a bunk bed, so 2 cots on top of each other, a footlocker at the base of said bunk bed, and then a dresser on the opposing wall.
Hey, let's see what's inside that footlocker. What? No. Why would we do that?
Do what?
Look inside the footlocker.
It's a good idea. It could give us hints about where we are and the people around us.
Yeah.
Good idea, Ayler.
You want to suggest that? Yeah.
You open the footlocker. Inside the book footlocker is a single dual-page pamphlet.
Great job, Ayler. Let's see what's the pamphlet.
Yeah.
How are you so good at this? I don't know.
I'm going to show you a picture for 2 seconds. Take it in as well as you can. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2. That picture is on the front of the pamphlet. In addition, above it, written in common tongue, is the words Dornell Galley Benders, self-sustaining sky circumventing stratosphere sphere.
How big is this?
That is a
sphere, by
lot
the
of
way?
letters.
Like, how wide, how tall can we estimate this to be?
Let me remember. Gazing out into the porthole, which is your only reference of distance, you'd say easily 100 feet to the other side.
It's pretty big.
Pretty goddamn big.
So it's like a big hot air balloon, but like spherical and they're all around it. Yeah.
That is what the picture you saw.
Yeah, the picture has like this ring around the outside.
Ain't show.
For the viewers at home, the picture that they were illustrated is a large sphere with several rings of inhabitation above it and below it, or rather surrounding it, circumventing it.
Ain't your mama's airship.
Latitude.
Yes.
Ain't your Final Fantasy airship.
It really isn't.
Yeah, it's cool. Latitude ladder. Okay, ladder. Okay.
Cool. That's cool. I'm gonna check the wardrobe too.
I mean, what does the pamphlet say?
The pamphlet
Oh right.
is it seems to be who has reading?
Oh, I can read.
Are you the
I swear to God, if I can't read.
Are you the only reading adeptness?
No, I'm probably the most qualified.
I have like a moderate adeptness of reading, but I don't have a skill in it.
Yeah,
Well-
read and write and jump.
Would you like to dictate the readings to your friends?
I can read.
All right. So you read, and then you can tell your two adventurers that this is again, the name of it. I want to say it again. It's fun. Dornell Galleybander's self-sustaining, sky-circumventing stratosphere sphere. And it is a congratulatory pamphlet for purchasing a one-way ticket. On the sphere, you see inside of it, written by hand, is the destination of Penrith. Penrith.
Wait, P-E-N-T-I?
Rith.
Pen. Oh, Rith. Okay, yeah, Rith.
It describes a 5-day aerial trip, and at the conclusion, there is a post-landing celebratory, celebration when they arrive in Penrith. Everything else is kind of describing the amenities of the airship, which includes an all-expense-paid restaurant, a casino, and a skydeck lounge, to name a few.
Hell yeah, guys. We were on Paper Mario Chapter 6. That was your door. Hyped.
So wait, we only have 5 days to find this.
I didn't tell you that yet. Okay, so it seems okay, so it seems we're on the stratosphere sphere. This is somebody's room that we're in. They got a ticket to go to Penrith. There's going to be some... I read that part again. That says what it's going to be at the end. The celebratory thing.
Oh, at the end of the travels, when the airship the sphere lands in Penrith, there will be a celebratory party, after flight party type of deal.
And it's 5 days trip, 5-day trip.
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to take at max 5 days. We don't know how far we're on this trip to get to Penrith. There's going to be some big parties, so it's cool. We basically we're stowaways on an airship. That's a very nice luxury kind of a vehicle.
Does it say where they departed from?
Did it?
It did. You see on the back, kind of more handwritten in a different script, is the name. Where's Satbury. Satbury.
We're in in the Forgotten Realms UK area.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we gotta go undercover as high class. I look at us to see how dirty we are. We didn't shower after 4 months at sea or
That's
shave
right.
or anything. We look like fucking castaways. And I was supposed to, it's like I look around and go, I realize how fucked we are. Oh man, we gotta look like we're actually supposed to be here. We look homeless.
It's a cultivated look.
I am homeless.
You realize that neither Adelhard nor Iller has a home.
We look homeless.
Oh my god,
Some of us haven't had to deal with that, eh?
we look homeless. Well, some of us don't have homes. Okay, I'm gonna check. Is there a bathroom? Right.
There's not in this room.
Ah, man, how are we gonna? What's in the wardrobe?
Well, luckily for you three, there is an elegant man's and female's outfit.
Wow.
Do any of you have? I suppose you wouldn't have a proficiency in this. I suppose the closest would be Judo because he's the most civilized. Granted, he comes from poverty, in a way. You know, I mean, you had a job. You recognize the contents of this dresser, or rather wardrobe, to be more befitting of a noble.
Oh, I would.
Oh,
You would
excuse me.
Yeah,
My
I
apologies.
grew up-
Adelhard would know all about nobility.
In my apologies.
I think we found the Adelhard arc, but
Oh god.
finally a plotline.
Oh,
this is
God,
gonna be a great
no.
plotline because Adelhard's got to pretend to be a noble again.
The Adel arc.
Yes.
All right, yeah, flip that around. My apologies. Adelhard, you...
That was your original intention of this plot?
It was, but I forgot that.
It's been 4 months.
It's been 4 months.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't say that it was. I don't want to confirm or deny anything.
Yeah, all right. Great.
No, we were talking about him living in the forest, and I forgot you were once not homeless.
Yeah.
Adelhard, you vividly recognize the interior, the clothes within to be the silken robes, the silken Hashtag 4 months. Cooper writes. But the silken and gem-adorned robes of the elegant, the nobility of which you so vehemently despise, for they wear their wealth in clothes rather than donating or giving to nature, giving back as your God would have it. And thus you are filled with
Rage.
Ray.
Rage.
But the interior there is a fine cloth male and female outfit.
These are very fine clothing.
Yeah, it looks nice.
There's
I bet I would look great in the female one.
Okay, calm down,
Didn't need to
Contal.
hear that.
I'm just gonna give you benefit. Let's say that was Hontal, alright? It's Hontal.
both outfits are complete with shoes as well.
You know what I'm thinking, Adelhard? Fuck. You know what I'm thinking,
Yes?
Adelhard?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we need to pretend to be nobility for a bit, and you might have all the information we need on that. You might have to lead us through this situation. All right. So what's the move? What's the move, Adelhard? We're gonna have to. How are we gonna go out there to the world and not get kicked out immediately, thrown off the airship?
I'm not the most acquired to the noble lifestyle. I lived in a hut for most of my young years.
The whole rom-com montage, getting ready, getting spruced up.
We'll have to find a wash basin and preferably a handheld razor, but I could use a sword.
All right, yeah, actually, yeah.
I believe I have some daggers, some very sharp ones and nice ones that we gained from the restaurant on the island.
That'll be good. The sharper it is, the less
All right.
force you have to use.
Makeover!
All right, let's do this piece by piece. So you guys, what's the first step?
The first step would be to wash our faces.
The slight problem you immediately notice is that there is no wash basin inside of this room.
Yes.
What do you know generally where, like, nobility keeps
Can you
the cleaning
create
supplies? Or
What's up?
Can you create water?
I do have create water. I think.
If we can find a basin.
Mm-hmm.
I
how
have.
watertight does
Create
that water look like?
Fairly.
Wait, where's Larry?
I was waiting.
Oh, fuck, where is Larry? Was he even with us?
He's not in the room with you guys.
Did
Did he get with the books and everything? Did we see him go into the portal?
He was with you. He was with Dormo and with the crowd of y'all as Dormo began his spells. However, as the words envelop your eyeballs and cover them in ink, you lose your sight temporarily. So the last thing you saw was just him there.
Disgusting.
Dwarmo. I'm looking at the target and the talkie rocky. Is Larry still with you?
Your request, your prompt is met with static.
Well, I have no idea what that's supposed to
Wait. Let me try. Dormo, hello.
Static.
We might be out of range.
Let me try. Dwarmo!
Yeah. No, that was me. In case the folks at home were fooled by my impression.
Better than I can do.
Spot on. Sounds more like Dwarmo than the person that's portraying Dwarmo.
Yeah. Maybe he'll turn up.
Well,
That wacky guy.
Perhaps he's on the ship as well.
he may have landed elsewhere.
I hope he's okay.
Well, maybe you could go out and find some other stuff we could use. I don't know. Like you put on the noble clothes and you know all the manners and stuff. You know.
I do.
Scope it out.
I could do that.
Or maybe I'm overreacting. They won't really care that much if they see us. I don't know. Either way.
Would you like to try and lead us to a wash basin?
I don't know where they would have one.
Maybe we're trying to sneak around. I don't know. The pamphlet doesn't say anything about that. Like where amenities are located.
Amenities are located. It mentions something kind of offhand, and it's had a description of the storerooms, describing two different types of room. One, the upper class, the gold rooms, where It has a separate location for storage of, like a closet basically, and with a wash basin. And then it mentions the silver classrooms that have a wash basin room located within the same hallway.
Same hallway. Well, according to this pamphlet, same hallway. We could. So there should be one close by. Let's just
We should head there quickly.
Yeah, let's go. Because honestly, somebody who's listening on this, it would be just real boring. So let's go. All right, we're gonna try to find a wash basin. Oh my god.
This is what you've done.
We're really good at dragging shit like this out, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Are you all going together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want to take one and bring it back. I think it's bolted down.
So you guys.
When I go out, I'm gonna suggest we look out and
Yeah,
make sure
poke
nobody's
our
in
heads
line.
out.
Right, against three stooges.
Yeah.
All right, you poke your heads out. Curly, I forget the other two stooges.
Adler, do you want to dress up as a noble?
I guess I could put on the clothing.
Just, so
But
in
wouldn't
case
you
need to
just
talk-
add your stench to it?
Yeah, I think I should get clean first.
Okay, we need to think of a story. But yeah, okay, let's go. Okay, sorry.
All right, you three stack your heads and point them outside of the doorway, which was unlocked naturally, and you see this hallway is severely curved. You imagine to follow the circumference again of the sphere it's built around. It goes to the right quite far. You see a door. You can only see one door that direction because of the curve of this hallway. And to the left, the left, you see the hallway turn in slightly, and you get the feeling there are stairs beyond that. And then it continues from the stairway to curve even more severely.
We need to look for a door for the bathroom.
Let's just head right.
Yeah, I'm right.
Head right?
Yeah.
Okay. All three of you.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys walk out into the hallway, and now that you are in said hallway, you get a better grasp on kind of how this is laid out. These floors are all made of wood, like a standard bridge, so you can see through the gaps. And beneath it, you see just white cloud and blue sky. There is kind of a thin runner carpet that is in the middle of the slabs of some sort of deep red. It is vibrant and no dirt at all is to be seen.
Are we tracking dirt onto it?
Oh, yes. You all are with your waterlogged and mud boots. The wall right in front of the doorway is wood primarily, up to, say, your mid-chest as the average human male. And then it is a gap for 2 feet. And then it's got a slight lip on the top, but beyond that gap allows you to see into now the vast open sky. And you see just quite literally that, blue and clouds as far as your eyes can go. Mountains kind of dot the horizon in the distance, and beneath you can occasionally see small islands, dark masses in the water, shadows of clouds, and islands, land masses, pass you by. You seem to be moving fairly quickly.
Aylor is struck with fear and collapses onto the ground.
All right.
Well, wait, let's make it too crippling, right? Okay.
You do also feel that since
Not
there
like
is
collapses, but like
there's no glass or
barrier.
barrier at this point, so you feel wind going through all of your matted hair.
Ooh, my hat almost came off.
Oh, I do not like this. I do not like this at all.
You do notice again that there is a much more noticeable chill outside in this hallway than there was in the room.
This guy's an old friend to a jumping magician like myself.
I'm glad because I'm friends with animals far and wide, but the birds, they do not fly up here. I'm too scared.
Steep.
Yeah.
You guys
Never
walk
got those birds.
to the right, to the next door, and you can see that starting with your own, they are all numbered. You came out of room number 5. Starting from there, going to the right is 6. You continue walking to 7, And then the last doorway before another set of stairs does not have a number on it.
Try
This
and
might
enter.
be the place.
Yeah, try and enter.
As
Try to
David
enter.
once said.
You notice the lack of a doorknob. Rather, this is a simple swing door, and inside, so you enter, and you can see to the left there is a deep and long metal wash basin with a let's say it runs to the left side of the wall. On a ledge above it, there's some sort of metal contraption that is pouring water into it that runs, and then it seems to filter out at the base and drop into a reservoir. And then on the other side, there is a almost to the roof level, but a foot or two below it, kind of sectioned off area with another swing door.
There's probably a bath in that other area. I'll go check it out.
Okay.
So do you think we should just start washing ourselves in this wash basin?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'd like to start stripping down.
Stinky.
Okay.
Stinky no more.
And Adelhard, you are attempting the door?
Yes.
Okay. When you attempt said door, you find it locked and are met with occupied.
I'm
End
sorry.
of hour.
25.
All right, there you go.